I'm just going to show you kind of what Lewis Muir has been doing. Hello, Jean. And what I've been doing for about 3 years, and show you how it's quite simple to do, really. So what I'm doing, I'm going to turn you round like this and show you my iPad. And it isn't backwards, so just let me turn it round. Oh, I don't know if I can. Did it go round then? Oh, yes, it did. Hello, hello. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you very simply how what she's been doing here. So I'm just going to go social work England. So what they did in 2018, social workers were regulated by the Health and Care Board, whatever they're called. And in 2018, they made a completely new regulatory authority called Social Work England, because they wanted to regulate themselves. They didn't want anyone else regulating them, because they knew what was coming coming through the lockdown, you see. They knew that they would be taking double the amount of children into care through lockdown. And so they knew that people start complaining on a massive scale. So they changed it to Social Work England. So you can't complain to Social Work England. I mean, I complained about a prolific paedophile that was a social worker, and they didn't even uphold that complaint with a lot of evidence. And they'd been doing it for 50 years. Christopher Colin Tasker. So then we've got the home page there, and then you click on the register, and it comes up for your first page. Search for a social worker. So I'll tell you what, I'll put Christopher Colin Tasker in. So you put Christopher. See, I know his middle name because I've already done a lot of research on Christopher Colin Tasker. So Christopher Colin Tasker. But you might just know the two names. And then you press that. And hopefully it'll come up. It might have been completely gone off now. No, he's there. There we are. No longer registered. Removed. That was because of me. I mean, he was 73 years old when they brought him in as a sacked social worker to Kent County Council. He'd been sacked from Swindon. But evidently it don't matter if you're sacked. You can still work as a social worker, even if you're sacked. If you're struck off, you can't work as a social worker off here. But you can go and get another job in another council, even if you've been sacked. And the actual tribunal said that he was a threat to the general public, and he still went and worked at Kent. So if they're struck off, then you've got no recorded. Oh, there we are. I'll show you. Right. So let's go to that. He's got. This is the first one they did. So I'll just show you where it says he's a threat to the public, seeing as I'm on here. Let me just have a look and I'll show you. So the children nearly died because he wasn't, he was unethical. His practice was unethical. He was well regarded by the other people. Well regarded. Dear me, it shows how they can be so. Everything was proved. I think this is the last. Right, I think it's right at the end. Wait a minute. Oh, an interim suspension order. There we go. and he was suspended. So it's on here somewhere. The reason why. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Millen submitted that the panel should now make an interim suspension order on the grounds that it is necessary for the protection of the members of public and otherwise in the public interest. That was the social worker. This happened after he'd been to Kent, but he had been sacked. So this was to strike him off the register, but he'd already been sacked from Swindon and moved to Kent. So because of what he did in Swindon, they noted him that he was a threat to the public. You see, they didn't want to use our case to strike him off because of his links with the paedophile ring and my evidence. So they used something that he did in Swindon to sack him off, to strike him off the register. Because if they'd used mine, then everything that he'd done in his past would have come out, because I would have been a witness. It would have been our case that he was struck off for. But they used something that he did in Swindon where he was sacked. But he should never been allowed to work in Kent, Mr. Christopher Colin Tasker. So anyway, let's go back. And now then, we're going to put in here. So I put a name in on that one, didn't I? So now you can put in where they work. Okay, so you can put in, this is what I did when I was with Ange down in Romford. It's a bit fuzzy, isn't it? It's a bit fuzzy, or should I be closer? I don't know. So Romford. And I'm going to show you one that we found, which was very disturbing. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. Right, okay. So I'm going to skip a couple, and I'm going to go down to Susan Mudd. I have investigated all of these ones. I'm going to go on her name. So I'm going to click on Susan Muddigi. Muddigi, that's what her name is. Right, so there we go. So a lot of these have got 2012 because they did something with the register at that point, but they may have been working longer than that because there's a lot from August 2012. But they explained it to me on Social Work England that that's because of a system update or something. So, Town of Employment, Romford. Doesn't have a date of birth on here, which would have been helpful with other things. So what you do is you press on the name until you've got the whole name there, and then you press copy, and then you go to you can go to the government.gov one, or you can use one of the let me have a look. Which one is it? Company Director Check. This one's quite useful because you can. So I've been looking at somebody else here, but you've got other people that work in that company. This will be a social worker that's got an image techniques. We say image techniques, photographs. So people with the same surname, sometimes on here, there we go, potentially the same person. So they might have the same date of birth, or they've connected that address with the other address somehow. So she's got two companies but hiding it in different addresses or something. So I'm going to put Susan in here. So where it says John Doe at the top, that just disappears. And then press on there, paste your social worker's name in there, and then go like that. And there's three. So there's one in Romford, and another one in Romford, and one in New Barnet. Okay, so you've got 6th floor Kingmaker. I know, because I've already investigated this, that these three women are the same people. they're not 3 different people. She's just got 3 different companies under 3 different. So here we are. She's got a Recruitment Solutions Limited, Epicare. She's got this one. I think that one has been dissolved, that one. Susihama Limited. And Epicare Shop Limited. So this is a social work with a shop. So when we'll click on the shop, not like that, we'll just click on the shop name somewhere on the page because that's just going on to a link. Retail sale via mail order houses or via internet. See how it's written? It's just childish writing, isn't it? Sale via mail order houses or via internet. Okay, so that's suspicious, if I say so myself. You can also look and see what companies are nearby, because a lot of them, they all sort of stick together. Hotel ventures, you can have a few in the same road that are all connected in some way. So I would look at these. I would click on some of these, all of them, because they're all around. You see, these are office block in an office block. They tend to stick together, these child traffickers. So you can check out who owns those companies as well. So she has an Epicare Shop Limited. So I thought, okay, there's a shop. They'll have a website, because if it's mail order or online, or you've got to find out whether they've got a shop. So we go on here and we put the shop name in the search on my DuckDuckGo. Sorry, I'm not pointing it at that. I've never done this before. I'm just trying to show you how you can look up your child traffickers in your area. I don't call them social workers anymore. I call them child traffickers. And then you press go. And there's the shop. Epicare Limited in Romford. No, then which one was it? So that's just the company. Get data. So I think this must be the shop. Is it? Let's look. There is a web page. You just sometimes. This is a good one. That endo.co.uk, because on that you can see the links to the offshore banking as well. And it's got like a spider's web sort of thing, and you can connect all the dots. It's quite a good one, that. So let's just go to the top one up here. Oh yes, it is this one. Agree. Or is it? No, this is BizStats. So that's stats. So the one I want is Bollywood. So let's just put in, and it's got Bollywood on it as well. So let's just put in. I'll just press that name again. And I'll just put Epicare. And I know that it's got Bollywood somewhere in the Epicare Bollywood. Epicare. It's not that one. It's not that one. Sometimes you've got, oh, here we are, Non-Stop Bazaar. So this is their company here, Epicare. So that address of that bazaar place is Darlston Central Trading Estate, Salisbury Street, Wednesbury. Don't know how far away that is from there. But this is a nonstopbazaar.com. So they have collections, so anyone can go and put their shop on here. And this is where it gets a bit dark. So, beauty, Epicare, Farmer Clinks, Fake Bake, Epicare, Beauty, Bollywood DVDs, Gift Ideas, But this is Epicare, so this is the only thing that's in Epicare. Epicare pouch in black authentic leather, $5.99. Epicare pouch in pink authentic leather, $5.99. So, if we go on to somewhere where you can, alphabetical A to Z listing of things that they've got. Should we put in best selling? It's the only thing they have on that website. It's a pink authentic leather and black authentic leather. And this is a social worker who is, well, she's linked to other people, because I'm going to go on some more Romfords. So just alphabetical A to Z. Nothing else comes up. Nothing else comes up. Weird, isn't it? One shop social worker with pink or black. What does that make you think of? So we go back again to that's a social worker that's got a Maya Films Limited. That's one that I've looked at. Where was I looking now? Wait a minute. I could have shown you that, but I've pressed it. Never mind. Another one. I'm trying to find where I was before. I can't find it. Right, okay, so we'll just do Social Work England again. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. I found it now. So here's another one. Right. So let's just put Romford again. And when you find them, just take screenshots. I've got about 3,500 screenshots of dodgy social workers. Okay. So go back to Romford. Shall we have another look at another one in Romford? Let's. So where's he from? He's from Nigeria, not Nigeria. Where's it? Zimbabwe as well. So I think this is a woman actually, but just dear me. I forgot to look on Susan's. So you can look on her social media as well. LinkedIn, you can see the connections. I've been blocked off LinkedIn. I'm going to have to, if anybody's got an old LinkedIn that I can put the password into and be somebody else, that would be very good. I've got an IP. Another thing you can do on your thing is get a VPN Express, it's called. So your IP address is in a different country. So if they're monitoring what you're doing, they can't, and you keep changing it from one country to another. So they don't know it's you on your IP address. So I just have to press. It keeps going off. I always do that. Copy. So we're going to try this one. This one's called Myron Armand. Now, what O mentioned was that they're changing their names when they're social workers, so that they can't be found on these things now. So you might have to do a bit of digging and find out what their real names are. So let's just put in company's house now, this person's name. Can get a date of birth and everything off here. And press search. And here we are. So we've got one in Stratford. But there's also but you see they might not be anything to do with them. That's just her last name. And she's only got 2 names, this one. So some of them use their middle names, mix their names up. That's Stratford. I'm not sure whether that's dissolved anyway. I'm sure. So I'm going to go and look on a different one because I did find something on her last time. So I'll go back onto not that one. Well, that's another one. That's data. So they give you the data of the. You see this one, Susan Ingram. This is a dodgy one. This one. This is a social worker again. John Ingram, Panama. You see, in the Panama Papers. So there you go. That one is offshore money laundering, which is what they want to hide their money in offshore accounts. That is the wife of what's it called? Paul Ingram, I think it's called, who is I think he's higher up than a social worker. Probably did start as a social worker, and he will be still on the register as a social worker, but I think he's a director or something now. But they are, I think I shut it down now. I'll do another one on that because I'm getting off track now. She also runs an out-of-school club for autistic children as well. So, let me just have a look at this. What am I looking for? I don't want this one. I want this one. Okay, let's see if that social worker's on here now. Should definitely find something on her. No, it must not have been that one. Let's go back to Social Work England and find it. Sorry about this. You see, I've never done this before. I was just trying to help you to see that it's quite easy to do this. There's Social Work England. So let's. So we found out she's got a mail order company for. You can have them delivered to your home or online. You can order them online. A pink or a leather, pink or a black, genuine, authentic leather belt. Well, you'd have more than that in a shop, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Oh, excuse me, could I have one of your pink pouch straps? Oh yeah, do you want us to deliver it to your house? It's obviously child trafficking. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm not. So, let's put Romford in again. Go down the list. There's one that's got a haulage company on here somewhere, but I can't remember which one it was. I was doing this with Josephine. I think you mentioned a Josephine one. So there we go. Hello. I'm trying to show them how to do this, my love. Sorry, I was in the bath. Just see this. Did you get your thingy sorted so we can get on thingy? We have to do code. So there we go. So what O was saying was that sometimes they can use a middle name, sometimes they just use their first or their last name. They mix it up, and O's much better at this than me, and will probably say I'm missing stuff out. So please, okay, that's good. So please talk me through this to help people to do this better than I'm doing it. So this is company director check, and I wanted to show this one as well, which is not that one. This is what we've just found out. This one's got an online. No, we're not. No, you're better than me, and I've already learnt stuff from you the other night. This is Susan Mudigi. She's got an online catalogue shop, and the only thing that she's got on her catalogue, and it says on it, look, get in touch. Oh no, it's not that one. Wait a minute. I think it was on the other page, wasn't it? Just a minute. It's on the other page. It says online. It was very, very poor written, like English. Online or deliver home. And the only thing she's got on it is an Epica pouch in leather, authentic leather. black. Epicare pouch in pink authentic leather. It doesn't even look like a pouch to me, it just looks like a belt. But what's the belt mean? You know what I mean? It's like, it's all coded, isn't it? It's just codes for pink and black, you know? And it's, I don't know how you order them. I don't know how you'd order them. Telephone number there for non-stop bazaar. Can I accept you? Yes, of course I can, my love. Just a minute. Just let me find you. How do I do it? Add. Okay, there we go. We're trying to teach people how to look up their social workers. So I'll just go back to Romford again. So,
sorry everyone. Wait, let me join. How do I join back audio? Basically, Heidi,
you are in audio. I can hear you.
Video, I was going to try pop up my... Let me just explain it and then I'm going to get it up. One of my videos from the other day got deleted. What that is, that's actually for... that's code for a child's skin colour. So obviously black is black, white would be pink. They have businesses in human skin, like in humans. So
Yeah.
I don't say it, but they're skinning them and making stuff. I don't want to say it. I'm sorry to say it, everybody. Yeah. Let me try get on this company and I'll show you that business, because my videos, some of them have been deleted.
Yeah, that's because you probably put on the skin thing as well. You know, they do delete them because we're showing the evidence. But if you go on to other products, not other products, if you try to see what else they've got on here, there's nothing else. And I just think that's. Would you think that? Yeah, would you just think that's a child even, or would you just think that would be leather? I think that's just a code for a child.
They're skinning them. They're skinning them. They're doing whatever they can with them. There's some that go for, like you said, there's some that actually are being sold to become child brides. There's some that are being used, and I'll say it, how in their terms, what they think of these children as just meat and scraps. It's just meat and scraps to them. I've done a video the other day, got taken down. Let me just get up. Sorry, bear with me. That address was 2 Good Street. It was one of these houses here. But when you put it, this is just bizarre. I can't believe we're sitting here doing this. I can't believe it.
We were meant to meet. I know we were meant to meet. And me coming down to Luton, it was just unreal. You know, it was when I was speaking to your mum, and I was like, and she was telling me, and I'm thinking, this sounds like the lady that I know, and I've only just befriended you about a couple of weeks ago. I saw you on there.
Proton,
and I was like,
oh my god. You feel like
when I was watching you in at 2:00 in the morning, I never stay up all night. When I was watching you, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like watching me.
Wait, hold on.
You were so brave doing it online, you know, because I just get all panicky thinking people are watching me. But I just was really just showing people very simply how they can do this in their own town, you know, because, you know.
This Good Street address, it's not coming up on companies. 1 second.
So let me just show them while you're looking for that. So here's the register. So where you can put your town in there, where it says search for a social worker, I just put in Romford. So you put in your town. I put in Birkenhead the other day because Ange asked me to put in Birkenhead. And it was quite strange, really, because they were all white. And maybe you can enlighten me on this, my dear friend. Why were they all white British registered? The majority of them were white British.
I'll tell you why. very soon, when I post up a police report of what I read, my police report actually reads that it's all a network of Zimbabweans and a certain category of people doing it. So what they've sarcastically now started to do is register them English. So then it's like we're not saying we have a problem with their nationality. We're saying we know what the children are going to.
Yes. Yeah, if it was a loving, kind Zimbabwe lady who, I mean, when I think of, because my parents were missionaries, when I think of African people, I always think of some lovely, big, cuddly lady who would love children, you know, to me, that would be my image, you know, that she was there bathing the baby and, you know, and so this is shocking to know that these people exist to me, you know, that...
Go through all of it with you guys on the thing like that. I'm just trying to rummage myself. I will talk you through it.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just keep talking. So there we go. So we were moving on to the next one here. So let's go down to this one. I can't pronounce the name. I do apologise, but can you pronounce that name? I'm sorry. So
they're just bluffing us.
So we just put that name there.
Ebola,
and what I was saying.
Emilio
Adiwolo. So if we just take the whole name to start with, because what they're doing on Companies House is using different parts of the name. Sometimes they use a middle name in the last name, or like you said on your thing, wasn't it? You said that.
As an example,
I do apologise.
As an example, you type, sorry, my throat. In the search box, search this person, then we can show them how it works. So if you type Trish.
I've got Kent Police up there. That's not them. Just one moment.
Show them how it works. Then
just in a plain bar.
No, in Social Work of England, if you type in Trish.
In Social Work England. Right, okay, just a sec. Go back in Social Work England. So Trish.
Yep. Kudai, space KUD.
KUD.
ZAI.
ZAI.
And then space Total Wono.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I've gone off. I thought I was just putting that in. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Say the next bit.
TO.
TO.
ZO.
ZO.
WO.
WO.
NOH.
NOOH.
Yeah.
I wonder how long they're going to be allowing us to search the social workers register.
This is one thing they can't. If they say that they're removing this, it's going to get right. If you click on our top one, this is how I literally started finding out about all of this stuff. So I went on Social Work of England. I typed in her name. It generated me a middle name. So then I copied and pasted that name, and I carried it over into Companies House.
So we copy and paste. Copy.
Yeah. And then pop it into Companies House.
And we put it into, so do you use the other ones as well sometimes?
Sometimes, but I'm just...
Dole, some of them, I mean, I've just found out one of them's got a company in Panama, because what they do on the other sites is join them up more.
Exactly. I know about the other one you had up with the black background, but not that one with the white and orange background.
Yeah, Endole is very good.
Okay.
But there's so many of them. So
right,
here
now,
we go.
Did you get it? Then you click on the top. And I know, things like me, I'm smart. I was so lucky. I got them on my doorbell. So they were saying, oh, because you're so aggressive, we're coming to you in doubles. But one day I really I laid out all of their flipping mugshots on my floor. And I said, they've all got different lanyards on. Their colours are all different. So if they're all genuinely from the same boroughs, why it was things like this mean I was trained, I'm too smart for them. And then they tried to ban me from recording. And I was like, nah, because if you're banning me, then there's something you want to hide.
Yeah.
It does.
You've got to record everything with a social worker, because that's how you can collect the evidence.
Exactly.
And if you don't record, I mean, that is the first thing that you would say to somebody. Get your phone out and record them, and don't be intimidated. you know, and don't let them in your house.
And I've got the police report to go with this to say she upholds that, yes, I do have a business on company's house. And that's what I'm saying. There's so much documents I need to get through with you guys.
The other ones. So let's put her in that other one now and see. So we got. Are you all right for now?
Yeah. She's.
So we go and put that one in the other one now.